Okay, we will discuss problem of Pathfinder. In this problem, we are given a plank, long plank of length L and mass capital M is the mass, and there are series of rollers like these. These are the rollers. If I put one more, these are the rollers. They are in series and many. They are inclined at an angle theta. So this line makes an angle theta with horizontal. These rollers are like cylinders and they can freely rotate about their axis. There is no friction assumption, and they are like cylinders. They can rotate about their axis. The distance between the two rollers, the center of two rollers is small l. This is the distance between the two rollers, and we assume that the space between the two rollers is very insignificant. So if this distance is L, I can assume that the radius of roller actually is not given in the problem, Pathfinder problem. Radius is approximately L by 2, as the space between them is very small. The length, the small l, which is the distance between the two centers, is again very small as compared to the total length of the plank which is sliding down. Now plank starts sliding down from certain place. It starts coming down, and you will see that in such situations it is like a flow in a viscous fluid. After certain time, when the body is released, it attains a terminal velocity or a constant velocity. Why that happens? Because when the forces which are being applied by the medium in which you are traveling, here let us take these rollers as a medium, they are exerting some force. What is that force? We'll come to that on the plank. And over a period of time, the speed of plank keeps on increasing initially and then it becomes constant. So here it is given that plank attains a constant velocity. What is the value of that constant velocity in this motion? It's sliding down at means the distance, we are assuming that it's a very large distance it is coming down. It will not happen in a short span of distance. It has to be very large distance for this to happen, and of course there are number of assumptions which we have made. Now in this, what we have to look at? We have to look at a situation where the velocity u which the plank acquires, it doesn't change. Actually what is happening is velocity will be slightly, it will be, in real terms it should be like this, but mean is actually u. Why I am saying it should be like this? It is not given in problem, but try to analyze how the motion will happen. Let us assume at certain point of time the plank is here and all the rollers barring this one, this is the one on which it is about to come. So this roller is, if you see the large magnified image, if I draw of this, the roller, the top of the roller is just slightly away from the contact point, and the other rollers which are I can say engulfed, which are under the plank, are like this, and it goes on till the long length which is capital L of this plank. So this is moving with velocity u. Moment it comes in contact, it is moving with velocity u. Moment it comes in contact with a new roller, every time it will come in contact with a new roller, it will absorb that roller, and those rollers then start rotating. Initially the roller is at rest, its omega is 0, but when the roller comes under it, it obtains some angular velocity omega, because once they start rotating, the rollers which are underneath it, they will rotate at such angular velocity where there is no sliding between at the contact points. So this angular velocity of the rollers which are already under the plank, what is that? Because this velocity is u, so the tangent part of the roller, this has to move with velocity u with respect to center of the roller so that this point has same velocity as the plank. So this u is equal to omega times, if it is all these are rotating with omega. This is yet to rotate. I am just analyzing motion in a very small step, though it is taking time, but it is worth it. So u is omega times L upon 2, where L upon 2 is the radius of each roller, as I said earlier. So the rollers which are under the plank have to move. This roller is yet to come under it. The other rollers have to move with this omega so that there is no friction between the roller and the plank. Once here the roller is not under the plank, it starts coming under the plank, and when it is fully under the plank, it has to have this omega, because if it doesn't have this omega, there will be friction between them, there will be sliding. So then this u cannot be maintained. If all the rollers start exerting friction, which I said at this point of time the velocity is u, it will drop. It should not drop, though it will drop slightly. Why? Because it will drop only because of one roller. The other rollers have to have this omega. After the roller is consumed by the plank, its velocity, angular velocity has to be this much, otherwise the velocity will not remain constant. Now see what happens. This roller, the moment it comes under it, let me draw one more roller. This is here. So the plank is here, it comes under it, so it starts rotating, and the moment plank reaches, by the time plank is about to touch the next roller, here the distance traveled is L. From one tip to another tip means one roller it starts consuming and then reaches to consume the other roller. By the time the plank covers this distance, small distance L, the roller should have acquired the angular velocity omega, because the same thing will apply to this roller as I said for the other rollers. So in this small time t, which the plank takes to move from top of one roller to another roller, this roller, the new roller which is consumed, should attain the angular velocity from 0 to omega. So from 0, it was 0, from 0 it goes to omega. So its momentum changes from I is the angular velocity of each roller about its own axis, changes I delta angular momentum. Change in angular momentum is I omega minus 0, which is to I omega. Now this is delta L, and the small time delta t, if I divide this by delta t, I get the value of torque. Torque which is acting on this roller and which will provide equal and opposite force. There is some force, because of that force there is a torque on this roller. So this force which acts on this roller, this average force in the small time t here is delta t, actually t is very small, the average force is F, and same average force acts on this plank. Now what is this small time t? We know that the roller speed, that is why I said it will slightly drop, then again slightly drop. Moment it comes in contact, because it has to impart momentum, angular momentum to this roller, it will lose some energy, but that is insignificant. But it is not losing its energy with respect to the other rollers which it already subsumed, as I explained earlier. So there will be a slight minor dip which we ignore, so we say u is constant. Now speed is u, speed of the plank is u, and distance in this small time t is this small l, and time t, so t is L upon u. So my torque is I omega upon L upon u, or I write like this. This torque is I upon L into u. What is omega? Omega is twice u upon L. So it is twice u square upon L square is the torque into I. What is the value of I? I for each cylinder will be half mr square. That is the moment of inertia of cylinder, which is half small m is the mass of each cylinder. R is how much is L upon 2, so L upon 2 whole square, so it is m L square upon 2 into 4. So my torque is nothing but twice u square upon L square into m L square upon 2 into 4. So it is m L square also gets cancelled, is mu square upon 4 is the torque. This torque is what? This is force, which is this average force times the radius. Radius is L upon 2, average force times L upon 2 is this torque, which is mu square upon 4. So value of F is, this gets cancelled, F is mu square upon twice L. This is the mean force which is constantly acting on this plank. Now how does it maintain the constant velocity despite the mean force acting on it? There is an accelerating force which is mg sine theta because of the gravity. So for terminal velocity or for the constant velocity, the acceleration has to be 0, means ma is 0. And what is ma is the net force, which is mg sine theta, which is moving it downwards, and what is the opposing force is mu square upon twice L. So this has to be 0 because acceleration has to be 0. So mu square upon twice L. This is small l. Interestingly, capital L doesn't come anywhere in this while solving it. So u square is equal to twice mg sine theta, into, it should be twice L mg sine theta upon u and square root. Let us check the units. The m is also there, not L, it is m, small m. If you cancel it, the units is u is twice root lg, which is a correct notation. So this is the answer, twice L capital mg sine theta upon small m, square root is the velocity of this plank.